What's popping, y'all? I'm Kelly Kells,
I'm Frankie.
and this is the Boy and Girl Podcast.
I'm Boy.
And I'm Girl.
And we in this bitch.
We in it. We in it.
How you feeling? We back.
We back.
Episode 2.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm okay. Life has been a little hard lately. I ain't gonna lie.
How you feel about the response from episode 1?
The response.
Little premiere.
Support. I feel like people could support a little bit more.
No, my feelings is cool.
But yeah, people were supporting. I fucks with it. Everybody who's supporting us, for real, from the bottom of my heart, I really love y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate it. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, subscribe, follow, download, share that shit. Listening on or watching on YouTube, like, subscribe. All the YouTubers tell you to do it, so do it, bitch.
Exactly, for real. Support us, for real, in any way possible. Just so it don't take much.
Facts.
It really don't take much. Like, I don't know why people here don't like to show support like that. It's weird, but
they just wait for some shit to blow up, then they dig. It's alright.
That's when they start supporting.
Yeah.
But we will blow up someday, so you might as well just support us now.
How was your week besides that?
Long. I had tests. I'm a college student and I'm a mom. My daughter has been acting like a little brat and annoying. And yeah, what about you?
I've had a sad ass week. You should follow me on Instagram. You already know. I got my car. Well, I got my car towed. Then somebody stole it out the impound. And then they came and found it at my house. And now they got it on police hold. So I've been carless in the house, sad as hell, depressed, dry as hell. It's life, whatever.
Kind of your fault, but yeah, it's life.
It's the universe's fault. Come on now, fuck with me.
Yeah. I heard you asking for forgiveness and trying to do better and trying to give you blessings, so I fucks with it.
Yeah, you're my car.
Yeah.
I just want my car back, and then I'll be a good person again. The fuck?
Yeah. But
anyways,
that was sad. Well, actually, we're about to get sad, so. Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad topic.
I almost hit the joke. All right, let me get serious.
Okay, let's.
Yeah. What's this week's episode?
Okay. Y'all, I know that this is a touchy topic, but you know what? We need to talk about it. Like, I've been through it. He's even been through it. And the magical topic is rape. Rape is so common in today's society. Actually, it's been common. It's not like it's just popping up, and it's been common for centuries. Like way back when, like even to the slavery days, like rape is extremely just common for no, like, why is it common? What is it common for? I don't like.
Yeah, if you actually think about it, low key is like slowed down, even though it's very common. But back then it was like a normal thing. Like, it hasn't rape slaves.
Yeah, it hasn't slowed down. It's just
transformed, I guess.
Yeah, like it's like rape culture and stuff. Like women,
or it's more secretive now.
Yeah, well, women have evolved. Women aren't like getting beat by their husbands and stuff. Like women are getting higher up in the chain. So it's, but there's still a extreme amount of rape.
A lot.
Like extreme. But okay, so pretty much. Honestly, y'all.
Why do you think it's so common in our society or whatever the fuck? Why do you think it happens so much?
I have a bunch of reasons. Yeah. I have a bunch of reasons. one of the reasons is like, yo, rape is it. Like, let's start off by why people become rapists. Every single person that I've known that, not that I personally known, but that I've seen that raped people were essentially raped by someone at a young age. I'm not even gonna lie, I do know personal people that have done that, and I'm not close to them anymore, but they have raped people and they were raped at a young age. And so I don't know what it does to you in the head, but it makes you want to rape. It makes you, I read something that said that it makes you want to take that power back. Because as a kid, being raped, like, think about being raped as a kid. That's the ultimate, like I'd rather get my ass beat a million times than be sexually abused at a kid that doesn't even understand sex, that doesn't even know what them parts are, like, none of that.
Okay, but I have a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most rapists are men.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that most men got raped as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes!
I know a lot of men. I know probably enough to count on 10 fingers.
You know what the crazy thing is? I was watching. I got a homie who he didn't get raped, but he fucked his teacher when he was like, was he telling me when he was in 7th grade or some shit? Or
Really?
some weird ass shit like that. I don't know if the nigga was lying, but he don't lie, so I don't think he was lying.
Wait, hold on. Back up.
I don't remember what grade he was saying. Wait. But it was around there, like 8th, 7th, 9th. It wasn't.
How did this happen?
I don't know, nigga fucked
was
his teacher.
Was it in a school?
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember this. I remember him telling me that story, though. And then I just remember watching this nigga. If you ever seen, y'all niggas know who the fuck Charlemagne the God is. He was saying, like, I think it was his auntie or some shit, or somebody in his family, or somebody fucked him when he was younger. And as a kid, you're looking at it like, oh, I just got some pussy, or, you know, a teenager or whatever, you're thinking like, oh, but then when you get older, you realize like, damn, I got raped. Like, that's rape.
I feel like either you become a sex addict or you become a rapist. Most people that like had sex at a really, really young age or like got raped or whatever, like, not saying you can't be normal. I'm not saying that that's like absolute, but like a lot of people I notice end up either loving sex and having sex with all those people all the time or becoming a rapist.
I never got touched as a child. Not that I can remember. So, yeah. Maybe that's why I'm not a rapist.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really crazy to think about, though. Like, I couldn't see I understand what you're saying, but I just can't, like, imagine the correlation of me being touched by an older woman when I'm younger and now wanting to grow up and rape bitches. Like, what? That doesn't even make any sense to me.
It's just like you getting beat as a child. Like, you and me we understand mentally, like, what that can do and all that blase. But people who don't know how to like control themselves and control emotions and control their mentality, most of the times, if you were beat as a child, most of the time, if you aren't educated or you don't know how that is affecting a child, you're going to end up beating your own child.
Or if you don't know how to deal with it emotionally, or just if you haven't let it go. Yeah. Shit like that. Yeah, I can
and that's something that, as a child, that's something that's going to stick with you. That's something that's going to change everything. The way you look at life, the way you look at sex, the way you look at adults, the way you look at anything. That's something that's intimate that should not happen as a kid. Think about that shit. You as a kid playing and being bad and doing fuck shit and then being raped. Don't say it like, oh, I got some pussy. No, think about it by a man. Think about being raped by a man as a kid. Think about how that would affect you. Yeah. That would affect you like super bad.
But most men are raping little girls. Like,
no, men are raping boys too. That's happening to boys too.
I'm not going.
But I'm just saying. Think about but I'm just saying. Think about if it happened as you were a toddler.
Yeah, I understand.
Or whatever. That's crazy. But
anyway, I didn't know that made people want to grow up and rape other people though. I think maybe I guess it's like
I don't think it just
back in your mind,
yeah,
psychological kind of
something that we can explain.
Yeah.
But I know that I've heard it many times, and I've looked.
It took me. I don't know when. That was a couple years ago. So as a fucking adult, I realized that rape is a very common uh I was watching something. I don't know what the fuck I was watching. I just be watching shit on YouTube all the time. And I remember just seeing something they were talking about rape, and they were like, if you speak to most women in your life, like 85% of them have been either raped or molested or touched as a child or something to that degree.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really thought about that. And every girl I fucked with, the more I just ask little shit. That's not one girl that I know like who hasn't. It's really weird how I can't remember asking one person who says, no, that never happened to me before. Like every single girl I've asked was like, yeah, I've been something raped, touched, molested, something. And it's like, damn, that's just really just out there like that, like all the time. Like, calm y'all horny asses down. Niggas is too
for real
thirsty.
And like,
it's a lot of girls who want to fuck. Like, you don't have to rape people.
But don't you think, not to get into like the relationship stuff again, but like, don't you think that would like really affect the way you look at men and the way your relationship plays out and the way you trust? Like, it's not surprising why women are so kind of all over the place right now. Like, we're just kind of lost. Like, I feel like we're kind of lost. I don't know. Like,
well, I mean, I feel like it would play a lot in the trust part, just because like it's like, all right, I just like picture me as a woman. Like, okay, I've been touched by a nigga, blah blah, I've been raped by a nigga, so like I have a weird, stigma about niggas. All right, I get comfortable with you. I trust you now. And then you break that trust with whatever the fuck niggas do, and it's like, damn, yeah, I can see that. But it probably takes a lot for a woman who's been raped to actually like get comfortable with a nigga. Now that you're comfortable, it's like, damn, you're gonna break that trust that it took me so long to get to.
And I was reading something, but most people that get raped is from somebody that's close to them. Sometimes it happens randomly, but it's not as common as for somebody to just catch you on the street to just fucking come here and I'm gonna rape you. No, it's something that you're actually close to. Either a family member. That's huge.
Well, the family member part, I feel like I understand. Well, I'm not saying I understand. Like, don't get my words twisted. Like, I see what you're saying, as in like, like you go to your uncle's house every weekend as a kid, and that nigga just starts being on some weird shit one weekend, blah blah. But like, how are women getting raped as like, let's just say like 18 plus, not by family members, by like men in their lives, or just men, not total random ass men, like how you're talking about like getting snatched up and raped or getting whatever kidnapped and raped, but more on like, I don't know if it's the right word for it, but casual rape, if that makes any sense. Like, not random extreme rape, you know?
You meet up with somebody.
Like you meet, or he comes over and you don't want to have sex with him and he rapes you. Like, well, how are you guys in these situations?
I was in that situation. So
explain that
I
situation.
didn't know if I wanted to talk about that, but I didn't think he was. I think
because we understand.
Like that,
we understand, like, we don't understand, but we can see how a younger person would,
be taken advantage of. Yeah.
Because like that's a kid and that's fucked up, and niggas need to relax. But it's like, what about the older women who have more knowledge and maneuver in and out these situations and stuff like that? Like, what's going on in that?
Okay, so what happened to me was, and I don't really care because I don't follow this nigga on any social medias. I really could care a little fuck less because I ended up exposing him after the fact. So if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not gonna speak upon names. But it was a dude. We were talking. I was 19 at the time. 18 or 19. And I had just gotten my first apartment. And what happened? we ended up, when you end up meeting somebody on Facebook or whatever, you get to talking, then you get to meeting up and fucking have the in-car talks for an hour, 2 hours or whatever. You are vibing and shit. So we had hung out like probably 3 times before, like previously the situation happened. And we were hanging out. I don't exactly remember because I was doing a lot of bars back then. I ain't gonna lie to you. So like everything's kind of blurry during that time. But we ended up coming back to my house, and we were at my house for a while or whatever. And I was on my period. Like I legitimately was on my period. Like this is crazy. And I thought we was just hanging out, cooling, because we had hung out 3 times before that, and it was just cool or whatever. And he had been to my house before. And so I was like, okay, whatever. He started getting on that. And I was like, hey, nigga, I'm on my period. Like, just to let you know. He was like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. And guess what this nigga did? He like went in my vagina and took the tampon out. Mind you, I was at the end of my period. So it wasn't as like bloody, TMI. Girls know. But I was at the end of my period. So he took it out and he was like, he thought I was lying. He thought I put a tampon in just to lie about it and just to be like, I don't want to have sex, so I put this tampon in so we won't have sex. So if you he ended up having sex, pretty much, is what happened.
Okay. All right, I'm following you so far, right? Mm-hmm. How, like, okay, how did he even get in there to take it out? Like the whole, I don't know if you want to get into detail or if you just don't want to talk about that.
I can talk about it. I'm an open book.
So then, like, what did he just like manhandled you and grabbed the shit out of you?
Yes.
And you couldn't do nothing back?
I think he thought it was cute. Like he was like the more of like the aggressor type. So he was like, nah, take them off type shit. Like we finna take them off. I was like, nah. And he thought maybe he thought I was like, no, don't do it.
Y'all have to be, damn. I was like one of them niggas. But y'all gotta be firm in that.
I felt like I was.
No,
though.
I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just saying in situations like those, there are girls. I'm gonna give y'all a couple examples here, all right? Bear with me. There are girls who are really like, who like that kind of shit, but not like That's rape. True. Cause relax.
Yeah.
But you just never know what kind of fucking girls you're dealing with. I remember one time, this is way back. I was in Florida when this happened. It was this girl who I've been kind of trying to fuck on, and she wasn't like, or she was going for me. I didn't know, whatever the fuck situation, blah, blah. Finally, one day, I think like I wanted to fuck her, I never did, or I never sent it to her. And finally, one day, somebody told me she thought I was cute, blah, blah. I told her to come to my house. She came to my house, took the bus to my house. All right, cool. The school bus. This is like way in high school. And we were in the crib, and then we was kissing and shit. And the bitch gonna tell me, I'm on my period. Blew the fuck out of my head. Like, why did you come here and do this to me type shit, right? So I don't know what happened. I think I was trying to get some head, right? And trying to give me some head. She wasn't going, blah, blah. You know how niggas be. This is a little try shit. And she wasn't trying to give me no head. Then I could tell she liked the aggressive part, like how you're saying. And then so I think I said some real corny, horny shit. Like, damn, I said some shit like, come here, bitch, get daddy some head, or some shit like that. Something to the aggressive, real corny, aggressive type shit. And she said, yes, daddy, and just went crazy. And later on, like, she actually went to school and told people this story. Like, I remember one of my homies was telling me, like, yeah, she keeps talking about you, how, like, you're the man and blah, blah, and all this shit. It's just like, you never know what bitches, like, when are you, like, because some girls would be like, stop. But, so y'all have to be like, okay, you know, y'all don't be definitive a lot of times.
But my thing is,
a lot of the times,
tips for any niggas out there who aren't rapists and who don't rape people. Nowadays, there's a thin line between rape and forced you to whatever, If no comes out her mouth, Just don't do it.
Yeah,
I
now
don't give
I'm
a fuck.
older. I just
Don't do
whenever
it.
you see a little no, and then you give him a little other no. All right, bitch, you all right?
Yeah. If you, unless you,
I
I
don't even
hear
care
you
no
say
more.
yes, and yes, come no. If you say no, that's gonna turn me. If I'm a nigga, that's gonna turn me off. Period. No, that's done for.
Yeah, I just now, but that now in high school, so you just
Yeah.
try.
I mean, I get it.
And because a lot of time when you, bro, I swear there was a period of time where it felt like that was the wave. Like girls, this was actually in high school. This was like years ago. It was like 9, 8, 10 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't have sex in high school, so I don't know.
It was a wave where girls were literally, that was their thing, like to not try to fuck, but the whole time want to fuck. I think I told you a story about the girl who was like, no, I don't want to do this. Pulled my dick out. I don't know if I really want to do this. She literally was putting my dick. She had it in her hand, putting it in her, talking about something. I don't know if I want to do this. What are you talking about right now? Like what does that mean?
I think it's
that's
because,
so weird.
But it's because girls don't want to look like they're easy or look like.
Pick one.
You're right. No, you're absolutely right. But I'm just saying why. Like girls do that because they don't want to look easy or because they don't want to look like whatever. They want to play a little game. And that was high school. Like that was some kid shit.
No, that was the thing back then. Girls used to always be like, I don't know if I want to fucking, I don't know if I want to do this. And they always be like, but then you end up fucking. So then I think, I never raped nobody, so I'm not speaking for me. Mm-hmm. But I could see how, if I was a nigga, right? And like, when I'm trying to fuck a girl, and they're always like, no, but then they let you fuck. Not like you force them or you keep begging them. It's like a little like, whatever the fuck that shit is. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Mm-hmm. But like, she's going, but she's saying no, but it's not like an aggressive no. It's not like a no. It's like a no, but keep going no, whatever the fuck weird ass shit them bitches be doing. I feel like if it's a nigga, right? And you go through like your whole little high school stages dealing with that. That's what you're used to. Then you get like to meeting these girls who are telling you no, but these bitches are actually telling you no. You won't know they're telling you no until I'm not saying go and rape them. I don't know how niggas get that far, but I'm just saying like I could see how it's like, oh, she's saying no, but that's what girls do. But the whole time she's really telling your ass no. But I feel like to rape a bitch, you have to like actually use force. And then once you get to that point, then you're just doing too much.
Not true. You don't have to use force. If somebody says no
and you keep trying,
no, period, you don't have to use force. Like if somebody says out their mouth no, I know me personally, I've noticed I've been raped a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
That's very sad. I don't like when you say that.
Yeah, I know. But the times that I was raped, you either go in a fight or flight mode, Mm-hmm. So you either fight or you flight. And I'm a person that I like, in that situation I flight. And in my head I'm just like, get it the fuck over with. Like just get it over with. Just do what you gonna do and get the fuck out. And that's how I've noticed that a lot of girls are like that too.
I see what you mean about the fight or flight, where you just kind of just lay there and just say fuck it. Mm-hmm. And yes, that's rape still because she doesn't want to do it. But then I feel like that, okay, rape is wrong, period. That is still rape, and that's wrong. But I feel like that's why some girls, or some niggas, might not feel like they're raping a girl, even though they are. Mm-hmm. They might not feel like they're raping a girl. B, some girl might go to the police or whatever and nothing happens. And it's like, there's no like force and fight. Like if you just lay there and just go with it, the niggas feel like, oh, she went for me, when it's not that at all. And I feel like that's why girls in that situation, if you're ever in that situation, I hope y'all are not in that situation. But if you are, it's like, try to like fight and like, no, get the fuck off me and do shit so that he can mentally see like, I'm really using force to rape this bitch, and this is rape and this is wrong. If you just lay there and like, fuck it, it's like, oh, she went for me, she's going now. Mm-mm. I think that's what rapist niggas might think.
I understand what you're saying. That's a perfect, pretty little picture you shouldn't go rob people. You shouldn't go fucking, be non-productive and you shouldn't do bad things. That's not, you got to realize that this is a fight or flight mode is something that's built into your like nervous system. It's something that you're born with. So whatever happened to you previously in your life makes you determine if you are the fight type of person, if you're the flight type of person, or if you're the freeze type of person. It's not like in that moment you're thinking, oh, well, I need to do this, I need to do that. Your mind is like scrambled or it goes blank. It's not like you can't just think like, it's weird. You know how you see people fight or something and like some people literally just freeze or some people literally just run or whatever, like, or some people fight. That's how it is.
That's what I'm saying. People should do the fight.
But you can't say should.
Yeah.
Because it's built into them.
It's kind of like how you just said about the robbing person, right? Mm. If I go to rob you and you just give everything up and this is like, oh, that was a sweet little rob. I'll just take your shit. But if you do the most, like start screaming, running, I'm actually have to like work to rob you now. Like I got to, like if I get away with this robbery, I really robbed you. So because I might just say fuck that at that point and just leave. So
what if they? Because one of the situations I was in, they had a pole. I'm not saying every situation is like that. But I'm just saying like a man is stronger than you essentially. A man, unless you're a big ass woman, a man is most likely going to be stronger than you. So what if he kills you? What if you're afraid of, you're already getting taken advantage of?
True.
So what makes it that a nigga is
he can't go to?
Yeah. What makes it that? Why?
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm not gonna risk my life over that shit. Just take that shit and just go.
Okay. What about the blurry line rape situations? Like for example, we just had the whole couple months ago, that whole Facebook whoop shorty ass who was saying that dude raped her. I heard one of the stories was like, he said, bitch, suck my dick or you're going home or you got to get out. And she didn't have no way to get home, so she sucked dick. See, I remember I made a stats about this. Speaking of that consent shit, let me read y'all my status. Just to let y'all know this is how you get consent, men. I literally said, that's why I talk freaky to bitches. I'll be fingering you saying, you want some dick? Yes, daddy. Nah, bitch, tell me. I want some dick. Yeah, there you go. Now I heard the consent. Boom. Let me give you some tips. If she got a condom. If she said she got a condom, boom, consent. You're fucking. If she say no, you should have one, boom, consent. You're fucking. If you only pull one side of her pants down and say, get the other side. She pulled on the other side, boom, consent. It's so many little tricks that I learned in the years to just, especially on your finger missions. When I'm fingering you, I always say, you want some dick? Because then if they say you want some dick, not only does that make me hornier, but I know that you're giving me consent to fuck you.
But the thing is, I agree with that. No, that's behind it.
You got a condom?
But.
Shall I grab a condom? Put that side down. I'll be like, take your pants off real quick. And I'll start putting my shit on. Or take that off. You take shit off? Oh, we fucking.
But my thing is, at any time, men, at any time, even if you do all that, and she does consent to all that, if y'all, whatever, and she says no, get the fuck out of there. That's so petty.
If we're fucking,
petty. It's not petty.
If we're fucking and you tell me stop, that is the most pettiest shit in the world. So that can be rape.
Let
me ask you a question. So if you say yes, let's have sex, we agree to have sex, and we're fucking in the middle of us fucking, you said stop. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, you do have to stop. That's so weird though. Don't do that. That's so weird.
If I remember I was fucking a nigga, and I'll
get off anyway. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly. You should. You're not a rapist. That's good to hear.
Go ahead.
If I was wait. I was a virgin at the time, and I had met with this nigga, and I just said fuck it. I was 18. I just want to lose that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but I was about it. I wanted to get it over with. I liked him. He was cool as hell. He had good vibes. Everything. We ended up having like not having sex, but like he tried to put it in or whatever, and it hurt too much. But it literally hurt too much. Like it was painful. Like it hurt a lot. Like a lot. And I said stop. And luckily he did stop. He a real ass nigga. Shout out to him. But he stopped.
You have to stop in those situations.
No, you don't.
You should.
Well, niggas don't though. But he had consent. That's what I'm saying. Like we was kissing, we was doing all that good shit.
Girls, by the way,
I was a virgin.
I hate virgins who. I've only fully taken. I feel I want to say 1 or 2 people's virginities that just like took that shit. Like fuck it. It was being painful, but you know how to. I know how to. And then they just went with it. Like it's been.
But
like
he was big as hell, and that shit hurt
4,
him.
5, 6 other girls who tried to take virginity. It was. I can't. Like I get blue as fuck.
It just hurt too much. Like you don't know how a woman's vagina feels. Like you just have a dick. Like you just sticking in anywhere.
But
you have no
idea.
Fucked
in y'all ass, and y'all be doing one type of wild.
I don't know
shit.
how it feels in the ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But that sounds like it hurts. I might try it one day. But like that shit sounds like it fucking hurts.
You're wild. You're horny.
No, let's not do that. I have family watching.
You're horny.
Let's go past that. But yeah.
No, never stay right. You want it in your ass? What in the butt? I said what? Yo, it's hot. I gotta take this shit off.
We getting too intense.
Y'all see my 6-pack? Oh shit! The YouTube viewership just seen that 6-pack busting. That was funny. Anyways.
Rape is bad. It's not good.
We shouldn't be laughing at this topic. You're gonna get canceled before we even start this bitch.
Seriously, this is not okay. What are we talking about? Yeah.
But no, so what do you think about that little blurry line shit? Like, what is rape really? Because there's this whole other shit going on, right? Where it's like, the men who are like, the niggas who are like, keep on going, and then the girl finally gives in. Where it's like he didn't forcefully rape her, but it's like, I'm trying to fuck you, and you're like, no, I'm keep on going, I keep on trying, and we lay down for 10 minutes, and it's like I'm about to go to sleep, but I turn over and try again, and I keep on trying, and you just get to the point like, oh my god, this nigga's so fucking annoying, he's not gonna fucking stop. Fine, let's just fuck, let's get it over with, let's have sex, because you're not gonna stop. Like, that's what I feel like. That's not rape. I still feel like that's lame as hell, and niggas shouldn't do that. But I don't feel like it's rape, because I feel like rape is forced. But somebody told me it was a different kind of rape. I forgot what it was called though.
I remember was talking about that. I feel like it's an individualized basis. So each situation is different. Nothing is the same. But I feel like back to what I was saying, if a bitch is saying no, leave it alone. Why are you that thirsty? There's 100 million bitches in this world. You a real lame. You're a lame ass nigga. And your dick stinks. Go fucking get a different bitch.
Because niggas be in situations. I want to preference everything I'm saying by rape is not okay. Men should not rape women. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just dirty. But playing devil's advocate, not for rapists, just for like situations like those where you're just like keep going and she finally gives in. Where you didn't rape her, she technically gave you consent, but it was like not off of her wanting it. It's more off of her being annoyed by you not stopping.
Yeah.
Niggas be in situations. Let me tell you something. Niggas will catch if a girl tell me, if I don't like, let's say for example, before I had a car back in the day, this is like years ago. I've been having a car my whole life, but it's like, you know, niggas who don't have a car, or niggas who be in situations where niggas, she said, come over, bitch, live in Eden Prairie. You done took 3 buses to this bitch house. It's cold as hell. Nigga, I've been in situations back in the day in high school and shit. Me and my friends didn't walk from downtown to the high, like the highs down near Booking Center, walked in the middle of winter. Like, bitch, if I'm doing that and I get there finally and I'm playing with you, and why you calling me over here at 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 12 at night, whatever the fuck? Why are you doing this? And I do all these things to get to you. I want to, obviously I'm coming here because I want to have sex. Like, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying from a man's perspective, like, we be in situations where it's like, nigga done took 3 buses over here, I get here, and now you talking about something. No, I'm not on that. What?
I've been in that situation before.
That's mean. Don't do that to me. I could have stayed home. I could have sleep in my own bed. Nigga, right now.
I don't like your vibes. I'm not fucking with you. You're not cute no more. You weird looking. Why you say
that when I get here?
Because I just met you in person.
Don't do that. And then that's my other thing. You just, once again.
Oh yeah, we're about to go into this.
Rape is not okay. But sometimes, all right, for example, like, we all know rape is not okay. Niggas shouldn't be raping bitches. But the fact of the matter is, rape is a thing. It happens. It's a common thing. Like, we're talking about it because it's a common thing that occurs. So why don't women treat certain situations like rape is a common thing? Why are you inviting a nigga to your house that you just met on Facebook, that you don't even know him in real life? You just met him on Facebook. Y'all have some mutual friends. You feel like, oh, he's safe. You invite him to your house, and then you don't let him have sex, but you don't even know this nigga. Why would you do that? Like, there's certain situations that you shouldn't put yourself in. Even though rape, you shouldn't be thinking like, I know it's bad to think like, it's just like, for example, right? Oh, you didn't drink all that? You're a savage. It's just like, it's just like black people getting pulled over. Obviously, it's wrong that we have to think, oh, let me act a certain way because I might get killed by this officer, right? But the fact of the matter is, that's a thing that we know happens. So I know I have to act a certain way. It's bad to have to think that way, but it is what it is type shit. The same thing with that in a certain degree. Like, it's bad you have to think that way, but it is what it is. Rape is a common thing. So let me not put myself in certain situations where I'm inviting a random nigga from Facebook over, and then just, you don't know what the fuck. This nigga could do anything, nigga. Just because you see my face don't mean shit.
My thing is, this is a huge problem in society right now. Is people saying exactly what you're saying that you need to avoid. You need to do things to, you know, better your chances of not getting raped, blah, 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 blah. No. Instead of addressing the women or men, the people who are getting raped, we need to address the people who are raping. Why are you thinking that it's okay to still continue something when somebody says no? Why are you thinking that's okay? That is not okay. I don't give a fuck if you took 5 buses and 2 flights and 2 trains to get over to my house and walk 5 miles. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. If you come over here and I say no, that's no. That's it. That's that. That's nothing else to say. I don't give a fuck what you did. You did that. I ain't forced you to do that. You ain't had to do that. You did that because you wanted some pussy. And you didn't know what the fuck. You didn't know if I was going to give you something. You didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. So you shouldn't have came over here. Why are you coming to a random bitch's house to get some whatever? You don't know if there's ops over here. You don't know if I live in a rat infested ass house. You don't know what the fuck is going on here. Nigga, you shouldn't have come over here. Nigga, you shouldn't be raping bitches. Period. We need to be addressing people who are raping people. Ladies, do what you wear, that short ass see-through ass shirt. Wear them short ass booty shorts. You shouldn't have to cover yourself up. You shouldn't have to fucking take precautions. Of course, take precautions. I'm not saying that. But you shouldn't have to do this and do that and blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't have to do none of that. No, we need to be addressing them. Why are they doing this? There is something wrong with them. Period.
That's not a safe, responsible thing to say. Here's why.
There's a lot of things that not safe.
But listen, here's why though, right? Like how you're saying, I'm not talking about like, okay, you just say wear that dress, wear that. Okay, that I feel like that's more towards the random ass people walking down the alley, you know, that kind of random ass
no,
shit.
because on
grabbed.
Facebook, like if you are putting booty pics out,
because you got a booty pic. That's
no, I'm saying like if you meet up with somebody on Facebook and all they have is like booty pics and like shit like that,
you should definitely be. If this is a common thing, it's just like people get in a car accident. So what the fuck do? We drive a certain limit. We use signals. We do certain shit to prevent accident. Black people are getting killed by the police. So what do? When it come, we keep our hands on the fucking wheel. We don't reach for shit. We just do certain things differently. It's just certain shit that you do to prevent shit from happening that happens commonly. So if rape is something that happens commonly, then maybe there are certain things. I'm not saying that, of course, we should look at niggas like, wow, you raping bitches. Mm-hmm. But in order to not be one of those rape victims, maybe you should try to, you know, not invite random niggas to your house. Don't go to random niggas' houses because they're popping on Instagram. He's popping on Instagram. You don't know this nigga. He might rape you. Calm the fuck down.
He's gonna rape somebody anyways.
Damn.
Whether it's not you.
So don't let it be you.
No. That's not the thing though. That's not what we're worried about.
Sound too wild.
Where you do sound wild. What I'm saying is, if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. It doesn't matter. We need to look at the rapists because at the end of the day, he's still gonna rape somebody. Whether it's your sister, whether it's your mom's, whether it's your little cousin, whatever. If it's not me and I took those precautions, okay, cool. It may not be me, but it's going to still fuck somebody else's head up. It's still going to fuck somebody else's life up. It doesn't matter. We need to stop rape. We need to stop these rapists.
Yeah, so how do we, so then how do you do that? What the fuck?
I mean, it starts with jails, like when they get caught up, like that's a whole nother conversation, but like rehabilitation.
But you can't just because let's be real now. It is a lot of women who say they got raped or they didn't get raped. So it's like a very, because
people lie about everything.
Nobody's in that exact situation to know if the girl got raped or not, to be honest. So jail is more like it's just some fucking random ass shit.
You know that, right? Somebody's watching us.
Watching us?
Yeah.
They can see us?
Yeah, through the thing.
But they're down.
No, they can see us. You go from a certain place. Anyways, go on.
So I'm about to get shot in the head right now?
No.
This is an op-ass hood.
I don't know.
Let's close the door. Let's take a breeze.
Go close the door. I'm scared.
Why?
Close the door. Shut the blinds. You haven't been hearing that music the whole time? Oh, they closed.
What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, with the whole jail shit, because girls be lying about getting raped because it's a lot of different reasons. Mm-hmm. So, it's like, what do you do about that? You can't never really tell if a girl got raped and it's all he say, she say shit. Unless you're there, unless somebody was there. The only way you can make it definite. Definitive. Oh. The way you can
I don't even know
make
what that
it definitive is like if she's underage and he's older and then they found they had sex, that's rape. If it's a child molester kind of nigga who's touching little girls and whatever, raping little girls, and they found like they do like little DNA shit and they found that shit, that's rape. Kit. Yeah, all that. But if it's just a me and you situation, You say I raped her, I say you didn't, but we had sex. Nigga can say, oh, she said I could have sex with her, and she could say, and we don't ever know who the fuck is lying.
I mean, in any situation with anything,
bitches are spiteful. But keep going. I'm just saying, people are
agree.
spiteful.
I agree.
And can lie about that.
Yeah, in any situation, someone is going with anything in life. There are people out there who want to benefit off of somebody else, who are pathological liars, who have mental issues, who want to benefit off that. Some people literally want to benefit off rape. Some people look at rape victims and think, damn, I want to be a rape victim because they're getting so much attention, because they're getting so much sympathy, blase, blase. Like, there's always going to be weird people out there, just like there's fucking weird rapists out there. There's always going to be that 1%, 2%, whatever. But you got to understand that actual rape is like so much percentages higher than the people that are lying. But no, but there are people out there lying, and I don't fuck with that shit. That shit's fucked up.
The people who are lying are the people who are fucking it up for the people who are actually telling the truth.
No, I think the people who are telling the truth, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I've known people who actually gotten raped as kids, literally, and the police couldn't do anything. You literally realize that you can't really do anything unless you have physical evidence. And if you say something, and that's another thing, people get mad at people who don't say things right away, like, oh, I got raped yesterday and I didn't tell the police today. You got to realize that it's a whole mental process. It's something that you feel shame and guilt about. Like, you feel like you're disgusting. Every time I got raped, I felt like I wasn't shit. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like, what the fuck am I going to do about this? Nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to care. What the fuck am I going to do? I don't want to make this big commotion about the shit. I just want to get over it and move the fuck on. And so when you do say something, like, let's say a couple weeks later, a couple months later, there's nothing nobody can do. That's why it's fucked up. What was my point again? I don't remember my point. But that is the point, though. If you like...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I guess there's nothing I can really do but go to the police. Have you went to the police in any of your situations?
No, because I wanted to get over it. And plus, it's like, I'm not finna... You got to realize, it's a huge... I've seen people go through those processes. It's a huge fucking process to go through that shit. Like, everybody knows about it. Like, you got to testify. You got to get shit stuck up your vagina to test shit and get the fluids and shit. You gotta fucking talk to police a million times. You gotta go and have court dates. You gotta see that's another thing. You gotta see your raper in person. And that's something I don't want to do. I didn't want to do. Like, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in person. That's too much of a trigger.
Well, yeah, I feel you, because I mean, just think from a girl's perspective. I don't want to see the nigga that just raped me again. But that's wild. And like I said, even though it's like you shouldn't have to, but I feel like girls should take some more precautious approaches. And I feel like girls do, though, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just like younger women or whatever. Because then again, you could get raped by any fucking body. But just to make it, less of a thing, be more precautious, because y'all precautions be weak as hell.
I mean, but you gotta realize that, like, literally most rapes don't happen from people that you just met. Most rapes happen from people that you know very well. Literally. So how are you gonna expend those rapes? Yeah, you can expend the people that, okay, I won't meet up with random people on Facebook. That's rare.
Well, that's not rare. That's
I mean, people, but
because
rape.
y'all think I'm gonna
you
send
meet
my
up,
friend
yeah,
my location. I'm gonna be safe. That's not gonna make you safe.
No.
Your friends are gonna
but
do
I'm saying,
shit when you get caught.
People being raped by those situations is not as common as knowing somebody close to you being raped. It's a huge percentage difference. So tell me how to precaution myself from that.
I don't know. Especially when it comes to family members, I don't know. Those are just sickos, and nothing you can do about that except for make sure that nigga goes to jail after. Because
and see, that's the thing is nobody believes him.
You, then I don't know about those because I hear people be getting raped by their boyfriends and by their husbands. I don't see how the fuck. But it's like, bro, that's your bitch.
That can happen.
That's really crazy because like that's your girlfriend. You could fuck her.
No, you can't just fuck somebody.
No, I'm not saying like that.
Anytime you want.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like that's your girlfriend. Like you're gonna be able to fuck her one day. Like you can probably fuck her tomorrow or like in a couple hours. Just relax. From a negative perspective, like why are you?
No, like when they've already been together and they've already got married or established things. I think that's when more it's like they raped them. Like my grandma.
That's weird. That's your girlfriend. You can fuck her one day, bro.
Maybe she don't like him anymore.
Oh, you talking about like when they get over each other?
Or like just in the middle of a relationship or whatever.
How do you rape a girl in a middle relationship? I mean, I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying why. Like, why are you raping a girl in a middle relationship?
Because they are horny and they fucking
that's
came
your girlfriend
home from work and they want sex.
You could probably fuck her in a couple minutes or hour
Maybe
or
she
tomorrow.
Doesn't want to.
Ever again? That's not your girlfriend no more.
I'm not saying ever again, but like
it's you're the ones who at the moment
at that night.
Yeah.
Let's say she don't want to fuck that night.
You'll see her tomorrow. Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. That's your girlfriend. She's right there every day.
Niggas think that's mine. That's my girlfriend. I should be able to fuck you when I want to fuck you.
I don't know, but I don't feel. I don't know. I feel like that's not as common. Getting raped in a relationship. I feel like that's
common.
That's happened.
I've heard it.
Damn.
I have family members that's happened to. So it can't be as uncommon as it is if it just happens to my family members.
Yeah, like that movie. Did you watch that movie? Y'all seen that movie? I don't know what it's called, but it's like where a dude took his bitch out on like the woods or something to spice up their relationship, and he had like a rape fetish, and he was like, "Let's spice things up. And act like I'm gonna rape you," and he tied her up, and she was like, "Oh," and he thought he was like part of the thing, and she was like, "Nah, I really don't want to do this shit." And she bit the nigga, and he was like, "Damn." And they were talking, and he was like, "Fuck it, you cuffed up, bitch. I'm about to rape your ass anyways. Fuck it." And then he died and had a heart attack on top of her. That's what the fuck you get.
That's fucking karma. What you mean?
What's the name of that movie? If y'all know it, fucking comment the name of that movie. I don't remember the name of that movie. I don't know who the fuck made me watch that shit either. And I think we got into a whole argument about that movie at the end of that movie, whoever I was with.
Really?
About being able to rape your wife. But I think I was being very
fuckboyish. You can't rape your wife.
No, you can, but you shouldn't. But I think I was being very whatever, argumentative. Just wanted to argue.
Yeah, you do that a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I was arguing a point that I didn't even believe myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But yeah. So anyways, I think that's good. That's good for today.
We'll get into your protect your life segment.
Yeah, so I think we touched base. We didn't touch base on nearly it
at all.
Yeah.
These are topics that can go on forever. Like even the last episode, those are.
But we only have
part 2 of these topics or something. I don't know. These are wild topics that can go on forever because there's a lot of shit that I didn't get into about. Yeah.
But we only have a certain amount of time to be recording and shit. So pretty much, if you didn't watch my last video, protect your light. It's pretty much just like words of encouragement, words of wisdom, words to help your soul, your mind, your body, all that. And just something positive. I know we'll end up talking about a lot of drama and a lot of probably negative shit, but I want to end it on a positive note. So today's Protect Your Light is pretty much, since we've been speaking about rape this entire time, to my rape survivors, I don't like to say rape victims because you aren't a victim. You don't need to be a victim. Everybody says rape victim. I don't like being called a victim because I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. I survived that and I overcame it, and I will overcome that. And pretty much I want to just let y'all know like what you should feel and what you should do after you've gotten raped, if you have. Pretty much everyone tells you to forgive. And I feel like that is 50-50. Like, okay, you don't have to forgive. You know what I mean? You can, and that's great if you do. But I'd rather see people heal and realize that it wasn't your fault. You know, you don't have to forgive him or her, but you need to realize that that situation did not happen because you did something wrong or something, you put yourself in a situation or whatever. That person is fucked up, and you need to realize that that would have happened anyways, or it would have happened to somebody else. It's unfortunate that it happened to you, but don't think that whatever you did was your fault, period. Because I know that I thought that for a long ass time. Like, I thought I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have invited him over. I shouldn't have, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it wasn't my fault. Second thing is, don't isolate yourself. I did that for a long time. I didn't tell my mom or anybody. The first person I told was my mom 2 years ago. The first rape that I had was 14, and I didn't tell anybody. I kept it to myself because I was embarrassed and I felt ashamed and I felt guilty and I felt like it was my fault. And I felt like that really hindered me because I should have talked to somebody. And when I told my mom, it was like a huge relief. It was a huge burden off my shoulders. I was like holding this on for so long. And Rob really should have told somebody, but don't tell anybody. Don't just tell your friends or whatever. Don't just tell whoever. Tell somebody that you know is going to support you and you know that's going to be by your side. Because some people tell people and they end up using it against them, or they say that they're lying. So yeah, just try to find a safe person that you can talk to, even a therapist. I know people hate therapists nowadays, but if that's who you got to go to, then go to them, because talking about that will help you. The third thing, that there's a million things, but this is just things that I feel like are important. The thing is, prepare for flashbacks and memories. Anticipate triggers. You need to realize that this is something that happened. You're most likely gonna have PTSD from it. You're most likely gonna not trust people. You're most likely going to get triggers from what certain people do, and you need to research that and realize that this is the reality of the situation. I'm gonna be affected by this maybe the rest of my life. And you need to learn coping skills from that. Because when something like that happens to you, it literally changes your whole brain chemistry. You need to just adjust to that and do better. And then the fourth thing is get justice. Like he was saying, a lot of people don't tend to want to get justice from a situation, and unfortunately I didn't from any of the rapes that I was involved in. But I want that to change, because these niggas need to, be punished for what the fuck they did. And I wish that I would have done that. If I did it today, it wouldn't mean anything. It's too late. But if you get raped tomorrow, please go to the police or whatever and do something about it. Because at the end of the day, they raped you, but they're most likely going to rape somebody else. So yes, you went through this, but please try to save somebody else, because they're most likely going to end up doing it again and be a repeated offender. So just get justice from it, and it may help you heal. It's a hard, situation to go through, but you'll benefit it from in the long run.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
To piggyback off what you just said, the forgiveness part, I feel like, even though you said like it's 50-50, it's whatever, I feel like that's really important, because that ties in with the whole, it's not your fault type shit, because forgiveness is like one of the biggest steps in healing. So it's like, you have to kind of realize like, okay, it's not my fault. You're just a fucked up person. All this is happening to you, blah, blah. I'm not justifying what you did, but I just realized like, it's not me, it's you. You're the fucked up person. So I can forgive to a degree of like, forgive for myself, not forgive for you, or forgive myself to kind of move on from the situation and heal on the situation. And I really didn't even think about the flashbacks and the PTSD shit you just said, even though I can see how that would be a big, because I've dealt with somebody who had that, and I never really thought about it until she said it, and then I never thought about it again until you just said it, and I can see how that could be because I have PTSD from all type of shit, so I can definitely see how triggers, and that's really crazy to think about. I never thought about that. Like, I never really sat there and thought about that. The girl did explain shit to me, and she was like going through this thing. I'm sorry if you're watching this. Fuck with you. She's really a cool person too. And she was, telling me like, all this, like we had like long conversations about stuff that happened to her like that, with the whole rape thing and situations and stuff. She was telling me how, she wasn't ready to have sex and blah blah. And I was cool with it. And then I think like the third link, I tried to have sex, and she told me like, no, I'm probably gonna, every time I've tried, I've had like flashbacks or something, and where I just kind of like numb out during this, and I just kind of cut the person out, blah blah. Now I was thinking like, oh, there's just talking, I don't know. And then she did let me have sex with her. I didn't rape her. We had fucking, and she did have like a moment where it just kind of like we were fucking, she was into it, and she kind of like, while we were fucking, she had like a moment where like she kind of like switched off. But luckily for me, it's very selfish, but luckily for me, this is right where I was about to nut, and I nutted, so I didn't get the whole stop and not be able to nut, because I would have been very sad. I wouldn't have raped her, but I would have been sad as fuck. But I did nut. And then it was like, and she was like, she didn't say nothing. We just kind of chilled, but I could tell like, and then
vibes changed or whatever.
Yeah, she's, and then we didn't talk after that for like months, because she cut me off because she had her little mental shit. Now we're cool. We're speak here and there. Cool person. I fuck with her, but it's kind of sad how somebody can just fuck somebody up like that, and just trying to. I can see how it's hard for women to just try to like find their way through all that and find a way to heal and get better and actually fuck with somebody and not have those triggers keep. Like, I don't even understand how you. Damn, that's crazy. Because I really can't understand how you turn those triggers off. Because even for me, not being with rape, but with I don't even know how to turn that off. Like, I couldn't even imagine, even as a grown ass man, just moving through life and not, if I see something or I hear something or something that brings me back to those times where I was in shootouts, whatever the fuck, I'm going to get triggered. I'm going to react a certain way. So I don't even see how women could even turn. That's really crazy to think about. I never thought about that.
For me personally,
damn, that's really weird.
I think I told you that before. Did I tell you that before? Like I literally block things out. Like I block it out. Like I have things that I don't think, like I have things that I've never touched base
Yeah,
or
I think
never
that's
told
what
you
people
before.
do, and
Yeah, because
then
I don't think about
something
it.
happens and it triggers it.
Yeah.
That's what a trigger is. So if you
Yeah.
block that out,
It's bad. It's not good.
okay. So what about somebody who got raped, right? And they kind of like block it out, and then like they're about to have sex with somebody, and like a certain movement or a certain touch I do or a certain word I say just brings all that back in that moment. It's like,
that's why niggas, you need, when somebody says no,
so then what?
you need to take
So
that serious.
what do women do? Like, what do y'all like? What is the?
It depends. It depends for every person. Like some people.
How do y'all get over that? Like, how do y'all
how you get over it?
Past that trigger where certain things don't trigger you back to that?
It's different for each person. Like for me,
yeah,
I'm still getting through that shit. Like I feel like I probably need to talk to somebody. I probably need to learn coping skills. But currently, what I do is I keep busy. I don't like just sitting around, because then I think about not just rape, but like I think about shit and I get into my feelings and I get depressed. I don't like just sitting around, but it's literally different for each person. You just got to figure it out, and you got to talk. You got to talk. You got to talk. You can't just keep that all bottled in. I really don't believe that that's healthy, just to keep bottled in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, because, you know, you heard what is dropped PTSD, and, you know, PTSD is like the whole, you know, part of that little wave now where everybody.
But it's
but
people
real,
know,
people, yeah, they definitely do.
Real.
But it's like people are coming more forward about it, and, you know, just. But we're all talking about it, but we're not talking about how to
heal from it.
Yeah, or how to just remove it. Because I know how to heal, but now I'm really sitting there thinking about it. How do I remove these triggers to where something can happen and that doesn't trigger me back to
coping skills? You gotta learn coping skills.
Either way, if I'm walking, I don't give a fuck what age I am. Mm-hmm. If I'm walking somewhere, and a nigga's doing anything like that around me, it's gonna bring me back all rip. And I don't think that could ever change in my brain. And I feel like if I never went through those things, I wouldn't even be in my brain. I wouldn't even notice that nigga's doing any of that shit. But because I don't feel like I could ever in my life get that trigger out of my brain. Like, how do people get triggers out of there? Because I'm pretty sure with rape victims, there's something like I could touch a part of your wrist or something where it brings you all the way back to all those things. It's like, how do you stop that? That's really weird to think about. Some things
I don't think ever leave, but, and that's the thing, is like some things you have to live with forever. But
yeah, that's fucked
like
up.
I said, there are coping skills, and you can cope with them. You can say in your head, like, I'm not where I am before. I'm in a whole different time. I'm doing what I'm doing. This is not that. I'm not being raped. I'm not being whatever. And this is okay.
Wasn't that safe. A movie? Wasn't that one of Medea's movies where she had to like love her husband and realize this nigga's not raping me? You remember that one? I think it was The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That's exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. Where she had to actually love that nigga. Like, he's not gonna rape you. He's actually trying to love you. Yeah. Let him love you. Sometimes it can be hard for women.
You got and that's what I'm saying. Like, I know Black people hate therapy and all that, and like white therapists and all the other shit. But there's a lot of things to learn from. I'm not saying you need to go through a therapist, but coping skills, look it up. You know, like research it, whatever. If you need to talk to somebody, like, come up with healthy coping skills, and that'll really help you to get through with whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
But
like that was I feel like we touched on
a lot of shit.
Yeah. For sure we helped somebody out there.
I know we did.
For sure.
I helped myself. But yeah. So anyways, I think that's the end of it. We talked a long time. We touched on a lot. If y'all want us to touch on anything or talk about any specific topics, please DM our social medias and we will talk about it.
And Herb just dropped the project. I seen all y'all hoes share it. Janae just dropped the project. I seen all y'all hoes share it. Meg, all these people that you don't know from a can of paint that would never speak to you, bitch, dropped the project and y'all all fucking shared it. So guess what? Share this shit.
Share some Black excellence.
Yeah, just a little rapey rape.
Not funny. But I do too. No, like literally. I was just thinking that. No, like literally. I'm going first. But anyways, this is the Boy and Girl podcast.
Yeah. And we'll be back for
episode 3
next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Love y'all.
Fuck y'all.